You know how most monster movies start with something scary right away? Well, Them, from 1954, said, "Nah, let's build the tension first." This was the movie that kicked off the whole giant bug craze of the 1950s, and it did it with giant radioactive ants crawling out of the desert. But behind those ants were some seriously strange stories you probably never heard before. So, let's dive into 12 weird facts about them. One of the most unexpected hits in sci-fi history. 1. The ants show up late. Really late. Most monster movies throw the creature at you right away to grab attention. But Them made audiences wait a solid 30 minutes before showing a single ant. The beginning plays more like a crime mystery. Destroyed homes, vanished people, and one traumatized little girl who can barely talk. You don't even know what the threat is yet. All you get is strange noises and giant footprints. By the time the ants finally appear, the suspense is unbearable, and that slow reveal makes their entrance twice as terrifying. 2. It was almost a 3D, full-color spectacle. Believe it or not, Them was supposed to be a flashy 3D color movie, complete with ants leaping off the screen and flamethrowers blasting straight at the audience. Warner Bros. Even did early tests, but the 3D cameras kept breaking, and the color footage looked awful. So they scrapped the plan and went with classic black and white, which honestly made the movie creepier. Still, a few shots were filmed with that in-your-face 3D style, and you can totally feel it during the action scenes. 3. The title itself glows like radiation. Even though the movie was black and white, the filmmakers added one wild splash of color. The word Them in bright red and blue across the opening credits. Back in 1954, that was a huge deal. Imagine sitting in a dark theater and suddenly those glowing letters flash on the screen. It felt radioactive, like the title itself was infected by the same atomic power that created the ants. It's one of those small touches that made the movie instantly unforgettable. 4. Real flamethrowers. Real soldiers. When the script called for flamethrower battles, the production didn't fake it. They used real World War II flamethrowers, borrowed straight from the US Army. And those guys holding them? Not actors pretending to be soldiers. They were actual World War II veterans who knew how to handle the weapons safely. That's why those fire scenes feel so raw and intense, because they actually were. Those flames were very real. 5. The ants were massive mechanical monsters. Forget costumes or miniatures. The crew built full-size 12-ton mechanical ants. Each puppet was packed with gears, cables and levers, and it took a small army of technicians to move the heads, antennae, and jaws. They even built part of an ant on a crane for close-ups, so it could loom directly over the actors. Sure, they were loud and clunky, but on screen, they looked terrifying. In 1954, nothing like it had ever been seen before. 6. The creepiest part. The sound, before the ants even appear, you hear that weird screeching noise. High-pitched, echoing, almost insect-like, but not quite. That sound wasn't made in a studio. The audio team blended the calls of frogs, birds, and even a woodpecker to create something completely alien. It's one of those sounds that instantly puts you on edge. You don't know what's coming, but you feel it. 7. Hollywood legends hiding in the cast. Them wasn't just about bugs. It had some serious star power. Edmund Gwenn, the same guy who played Santa Claus in Miracle on 34th Street, showed up as the wise scientist. Fun fact, he supposedly took the role just to pay for arthritis treatments. And get this, a young Leonard Nimoy, yep, Mr. Spock himself, has a blink and you'll miss it cameo as an army sergeant. Even James Arness, the lead actor, had already scared people before. He was the alien in The Thing from Another World. Talk about a stacked cast hiding in a monster movie. 8. John Wayne helped shape TV history. After Them hit theaters, one huge fan turned out to be John Wayne. He was so impressed by James Arness's performance that he personally recommended him for the lead role in Gunsmoke. That one recommendation turned Arness into one of television's most iconic cowboys for the next 20 years. So yeah, giant ants helped launch a Western legend. Who saw that coming? 9. Filming in brutal desert heat. All those desert scenes looked great on camera, but the shoot was torture. The cast filmed under temperatures over 110 degrees Fahrenheit in the Mojave Desert. And here's the kicker. The actors had to wear wool clothing. Imagine doing take after take in that heat, especially for Edmund Gwenn, who was already struggling with arthritis. No wonder he looked exhausted. He actually was. The real monster on set wasn't the ants. It was the sun. 10. A warning from the atomic age. Like most 1950s sci-fi films, Them wasn't just about monsters, it was about fear. At the end, the scientist warns that by entering the atomic age, humans may have opened a door they can't close. That line hit hard during the Cold War. The ants were a metaphor. They weren't the real danger, the bomb was. It's a message that still hits today. Mess with nature, and nature messes back. 11. The ants weren't always perfect. Even with all that mechanical wizardry, not everything worked smoothly. In some early screenings, you could actually see the gears and levers inside the ant puppets when the panels slipped open during filming. The magic broke for a few seconds, but later releases edited those goofs out. Still, it's a nice reminder of how much of the movie was built by hand. 12. The ending that got rewritten. The sewer showdown at the end? That wasn't the original plan. The script first had the final battle in the New York subway system, then later at an amusement park with roller coasters and rides. But Warner Bros. Said, nope, too expensive. So the team rewrote the ending to take place in the storm drains of Los Angeles instead. Funny enough, that budget cut actually made the movie creepier. The dark tunnels gave the finale a tense, claustrophobic vibe that made it unforgettable. And there you go. 12 weird facts about them, 1954, that prove even an old black and white movie can still surprise you. Which fact blew your mind the most? The real flamethrowers? The hidden Spock cameo? Or the fact that those giant ants were basically 12-ton robots? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes stories from classic Hollywood.